Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures, and today we're doing another episode. I believe it's part 4 of Beyond Blue, and we're just going to be diving down to the Seamount. Looks like we're spending some time out in the open ocean, been loving life. So now it's time to get back out there.
Day 7. About to enter the Twilight Zone.
Ooh.
I'm following Andrea's family down to the Seamounts, where I hope to observe them hunting. Irina has been testing our samples and is worried about a harmful algal bloom being somewhere nearby, so I am to keep an eye out for that. Check. I'm also keeping an eye out for more turtles. I know they're out there, ready to dive.
Okay, so now we're going into the Twilight Zone, which is most of the ocean.
I'm in and okay.
And we're streaming.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm diving near a seamount region, also known as the Twilight Zone, because it is just beyond reach of the sun. And we'll be taking some questions live, so be nice.
We'll
We'll also be testing a playback system to interact with whales.
Another sea comb jelly. Momola molas, yeah. Fish. So we have to go to Iron Depot. So this is pretty much just where the first 100 meters or so is where the light gets into the water, but after that, pretty much the ocean is completely dark. So it's really only this light film at the top of the ocean that has light in it, and the rest is all dark and deep, and is very, very, very underexplored. As I've mentioned before, only 5% of the ocean's been explored.
Want to hear something cool? So do I. I'm hoping that buoy can send a little message to our humpback friends.
That's
Yay.
right, Andre's going to serenade some humpbacks.
Well, not me, but using a song I generated from other recordings.
What a friend. How's that? Sensor. Unknown creature. Humpback. So let's see what we can find on our way around. Down our octopus squid. Oh, these are cool guys. Got a little bioluminescent to attract prey. That's awesome. Quite big too. Remind me of Humboldt squid quite a bit. Make our way over here. Orange roofie. Happy boys.
Another leatherback turtle, Andre. And feasting on some moon jellies.
That is odd. Is that the same one we saw before?
It looks bigger, but let me zoom scan it to be sure.
Have a look. I don't want to interrupt my voyage just yet. Look at that, my boy eating jellyfish.
We can run the sample in the lab, but I am sure this is a different one.
Do they typically travel together? And wouldn't it be surprising to find two this far off course?
Yes, it would be.
And yet, here they are.
Welcome back, turtles. Enjoy your beautiful moon jellies.
Having fun, loving life. Oh, something more to scan. Another pilotfish. I like how they actually follow them. That's a pretty cool touch. Ooh, John Dory. I've caught some of those.
Okay, time to see if any humpbacks respond to our song.
Jordan wants to know how you will know.
Great question. If we have recorded him before, we'll see if the influence of our song affected his.
Scientists believe whales from one region can influence the song of whales from another when they mix.
Might be another whale.
Hey Andre, we've recorded a song from this one before, right? How quickly can you compare his two songs?
Well, I need to wait for his song to complete at least one full cycle.
And how long is that?
20 minutes, maybe more.
Wow, that's a long, slow ballad.
Of course it is. Let's see what else we got to find. Deep sea corals you see around here. Ooh, spider crabs. Look at them. Wow, spooky, aren't they?
Dana squid. It looks like they're hunting.
Lanternfish.
Well called, Arena. We'll make you a sea witch yet.
I'm sorry, a what?
Let's scan a few to pick up their hunting behavior. Here
Sea
goes.
witch. I'm trying to get a scan of this one. Yeah. What are you? Is that what we're looking for? We'll have to come back to it. So it's squid at. Ooh, another big bait ball. Some sort.
Scott from Denver wants to know if they eat each other.
Yep.
Some do. I think this one was upset he missed out on his prey.
Yeah, looks like we got another thing to scan. Let's see, do we have any controls, settings? Let's see. There must be something to give us a light. Did it change colours? No, it didn't. Ah, we'll stick with it. We can still see. Some more stuff to scan. Plenty. there. Get back. We're gonna follow our whales. Sounds quite alarming. Looks like there's something there coming on this way. We haven't been scared before.
Great. I've been waiting for this. I have just activated your UV light.
First of all, don't mess with my suit when I'm diving. Secondly, you spoiled my surprise.
Zoom scan using the white light. So how to do that? Human perspective.
Swell sharks have developed biofluorescence to communicate with each other. Their eyes have special adaptations for the UV light. Now you can see what a swell shark sees.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a swell shark. There we are. There we are.
Next, you can try the black light I installed in your sub.
You did not. You did install it in your dorm room back in the day. Your wife showed me pictures.
Well, uni was a good time.
Okay, so that's V. There we are. What's the scan around here? What's down here?
What am I looking for here?
Oh, one of our sperm whale tags must have fallen off.
Andre, you really need better glue for these.
I don't use glue.
Okay, got another one up here, hopefully.
I've tracked down the tag. It's in a cave. I wonder how it got in here.
Whale must have swam in the cave. One of the octopus.
Oh! What the?
Mirai,
An octopus.
are you okay?
Other than getting inked in front of a live global audience?
You know, you might want to get that off you. It will probably attract predators.
Oh, wonderful.
Fair enough. Another mola. Come on, let's go. Swimmy.
Okay, last buoy of the dive. How are you feeling?
Chances of suit holding out until the end of the dive? Good. Hope of seeing if our humpback song had any effect, well...
You know this, but for the viewers, science is not magic. It takes patience.
I'd like to believe in a little magic.
Let's get swim whales. Unknown sensor. Clearly something's going on. Gotta make our way.
Sperm whale, I think it's... Yes, it's hunting!
Yep.
First time we'll be able to document it with Andre's technology.
11, 12, 13. Just hunting. Okay, so those clicking is how the whales find themselves in the water.
Come on. And then the buzz. I got it!
Don't know what
Raj from Mumbai wants to know, what's the buzz?
I think he was making a joke.
Got it. But what is the buzz? How is it used?
We're not entirely sure, but definitely associated with being close to prey.
This is just a warm-up. The real fun will come in the deep.
The deep. Of course it will. These little drones. So we got the shark. One more shark and then we're done. One more. Lovely sunfish. There. Come here. Wonderful fish. Must be somewhere. Another one. Another couple more there. See what else we can find. Turtles. Look like youngins.
Andre.
Young leatherbacks.
Andre. Well, there's
Cute.
no way these little ones are thousands of miles off course. Right, Andre?
Give him a minute.
Right. Let's scan a few of these to get their gender. There's a tiny tag here. Andre?
So cute. Look at them. Little baby torts.
Chen from Shanghai wants to know why you care about their gender.
Well, their sex is determined by the temperature of their nests. Warming beaches wiped out the turtles in this region.
Believe in a little magic now, Andre?
They major start, but let me check on that tag first.
Some more whales down here. Still coming up from a hunt.
Oh, wow. Glad we didn't miss this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they must have been hunting down past the rift.
I think we found our spot for our first deep dive.
Mirai, check out that one closest to you. What's that on its skin?
Not sure I can catch them.
Looks like
They're
a
headed
boat.
to the surface. It might just be a scrape from a ship strike.
Yeah, let's hope that's all it is.
Let's end it here.
Fair enough. If we're going back to our little run straight to... Oh, no.
I know it seems like Andre worries about everything. But I really understand where that comes from. Everyone's seen the pictures, but I can tell you it was really tough to be doing hands-on work when we were losing entire species. For me, it was the whales. But for Andre, it was the turtles. I stayed to help him. Several of the other scientists did as well. By then, only Andre's protected nests were the ones producing turtles in the region. We all figured that the population was going to collapse, and eventually it did.
It's terrible.
But seeing this large man spend day after day carrying tiny turtles from the nest to the water, it inspired us to stay. I mean, coming back now, it feels like another world. Andre is not an angry man, Irina. He's just a man who gets angry when he sees people say it's too hard, or that they don't care at all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. To hell. Get rid of the music. Stop it. Okay. Now that music's annoying. Look at that sunfish just hanging out right next to us. See what else we can spot. Oh, look like we cleaned our bin. F. The invisible pearl. F. Coping with loss. See what other species we can find. What's this? There's technology. Looks like we're working with something. F. Turtles recovering. How are they aware of the nest beaches? Sensor in cave. Distressed whales. How close is the harmful blow? See what else we can spot. Got 3 here. Aging in reverse.
Jellyfish have mechanisms of self-repair. They're constantly getting bitten by turtles and chunks getting taken away. 50% of the jellyfish population are wounded. So they've gone through 500 million years living, persisting in the ocean in simplicity, and they've come up with some remarkable ways of living. There's something called the Immortal Jellyfish and how they age. Aging in reverse, which we're just beginning to understand, where they get old and then degenerate back into a youth again. In understanding the gene pathways and how this happens, this could look at, humans. We don't have this capacity to age in reverse. It's like Benjamin Button, and it's here. And it just takes the kind of focus and dedication to look at that jellyfish and to grow that jellyfish and to figure out how to use the best available scientific tools to get at this question. It's just about kind of looking super deeply and letting the secrets unfold. Silly little primate eyes. The The energy from our star flies through the universe, through our atmosphere, and hits us at the ground. But now, when we go underwater, the ocean properties of water are like pure blue filter. So it's going to filter out all these other wavelengths except blue. As you go down further, it's primarily blue, blue, blue till 700 meters. And at that level, there's still faint photons of sunlight in the blue range. And we call this the Twilight Zone. And there, animals are still perceiving a tiny little bit of our sun's energy. Below this, it's gone 24/7 darkness.
Going next.
It turns out that there's a ton of color vision down in the deep, so it's like they're making enough light down there to be able to be satisfying all the eyes of the deep sea creatures. So it's not this totally dark world down there. It's still light. It's just the animals are making the light rather than the sun.
Which is pretty cool.
We've designed all this technology to kind of satisfy our visual hardware. As I started looking at other animals, they have totally different hardware. And I've been looking at everything through these silly little primate eyes. We have to overcome our humanness to jump behind the world of a shark or another creature and see the world from their perspective. We found a biofluorescent shark, and it only sees right at the blue-green interface. So it's really just tuned to a very similar spectrum to the environment it lives in. This fluorescence was creating greater contrast for the shark. It's like this endless well of information. We're at the very tip of the iceberg.
Definitely. And now we've got the next one. Got the leatherbacks.
These animals travel thousands of kilometers, navigating open oceans that have no physical landmarks. They have
watching
that
a
innate
documentary.
ability to
It's
find
such
their
a cool
way.
guy.
They're only sharing our beach for a short point in time, but they need protection because man has brought an ancient species to near extinction. I got involved at a time when hostilities were very real. People came with guns and machetes to poach a turtle. We would protect these animals at all costs. Because on the high tides, when the tide comes up, this area here will be flooded, right? So when the sea turtle lays her egg, the nest requires a constant temperature. And if we recognize that this nest is in a real bad spot, we choose a spot further inland on the beach that's stable, and then we would evaluate if the eggs were able to hatch because of us moving them. And in both cases, we're always right. So as the villagers began to benefit from the tourism that turtle conservation was creating, they saw that the turtle was worth more to them alive than dead. The children really love sea turtles. We educate them, but we involve them. And by so doing, we get them to a level of interest where they want to become actively involved. When we first started this conservation work, we would encounter at the height of the nesting season 30, 40 turtles. Now we encounter over 500. That's significant. Some people argue, well, that's nature. Leave them. Why protect them? Remember, humans have to intervene sometimes to help nature keep existing.
That's what we do. That is pretty cool. It's time to get back with our convos. Let's have a look at some of the animals that we have scanned so far. Get a good look at. Got the orca. Have a look at the orca. Why not? Select. Beautiful. See what behaviors they got. Move. Swim fast. Tail slap. So another one to find them. You wouldn't think it, but these actually, the closest living relatives to whales are hippos and other ungulates like that. You wouldn't think so, but they are. What else? Let's have a look at the spider crab. Spider crab, spider crab. Still got a few animals left to go. behaviors we got? Turn around. Oh, that is so cute. Back. So there's stuff we got. Let's get an adult. Select. Let's have a look at the mouth. Leatherback sea turtles are so cool. They feed exclusively on jellyfish, and they have these weird little spikes in the inside of their mouths and the lining of their stomachs and such, because since they eat such soft food, it really helps to move them along the digestion tract. Such a cool animal. Let's have a look what else we can find. Ocean sunfish are similar. Chimera. Silver chimera. These are actually related to sharks. Very cool looking fish. Love how they look. See what behaviors we got. I don't have any behaviors. Sad. They just swim around and do their thing. Okay, so let's go back to our place we've got to go. Got to have our convos, live stream highlights, just to get new babies.
Hi, Mirai. Sorry to miss the post-dive brief. I've been listening to our humpback recordings for hours and got myself in a kind of funk. Actually, I started listening to the humpbacks and then switched to Miles Davis. Anyway, I don't see any clear sign that our playback influenced any of the other whales yet, but I just know we're on the right track. I'm sorry to be in such a mood. Don't know what to make of those turtles or what's going on with our sperm whale family. Right. Catch you in a bit.
Alright. Oh, we don't need to dive quite yet. So yeah, we've got part 5 coming up now. That's just not good. I don't want to play any songs. So yeah, now we're just going to be carried on to the next episode. I really hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and if you want to see more, make sure you click the little bell icon so you get notified when I upload. So yeah, like and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye bye.